Hello beautiful ladies, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about how to pack as a classic woman. First of all, I'm sure you can see we are in a very different location than I'm in normally. I am with my husband and we're visiting his family and we're here and we're having a great time. But of course, we're going old school with the filming location. I've got a little tripod stacked on top of board game boxes, as you can expect. Knowing my husband, who has about 80 board games, that would make sense that he brought some. And I'm using all natural lighting. So we're really going old school with this video. I'm sitting on the floor and we're just gonna keep it casual and just talk about what a classic girl brings on vacation. Because I am traveling, everything that I'm talking about I actually did bring with me, so this is all true to what I pack when I go on a trip. So I thought I would share with you guys some tips and tricks and things to bring when you're traveling so that you don't have to overpack, and so you'll just have everything that you really need when you're traveling and a classic wardrobe to boot. So let's get into it. Of course, there are the obvious things that you'll need to pack, like toiletries. I'm not really gonna go into the toiletries that I bring. I always kind of organize it by group, so I have like teeth, eyes, and skin. So I always bring dental floss, toothpaste, a toothbrush, and then I'll bring my contact solution, my contact case, and glasses, and then I'll just bring my skincare. So that's usually how I divide up my toiletries in my head so I never forget anything. But the next thing that I bring is my makeup bag. So I thought I would go through with you guys really what I do pack in my makeup bag when I travel, because when I used to travel, I was obsessed with makeup and I would bring way too much. And over time, I started to pare that down. So this is really all I bring when I travel in my makeup bag. This is it. This is literally everything. This has my brushes, it has everything in it. I do have an eyeshadow palette that's larger, and I brought that just because for July 4th, I wanted to be able to do a colorful eye look, but normally I can usually fit a very small eyeshadow palette in this bag too, and that's it. I keep it pretty simple and I don't try and get too fancy with what I bring for my makeup when I'm traveling. So I'll show you guys what I have in here. Here are all of my brushes. I probably have too many, but you can probably pare it down just to have a blush brush, a bronzer brush, a powder brush, some eyeshadow brushes. And that's really all that I have in here. I have a few too many eyeshadow brushes because I like to get fancy, but you really don't need to bring all that many. And this is all that I have as far as brushes. And then as far as my makeup, I bring one primer, one foundation, one concealer, one bronzer, one blush, one highlighter, one mascara, one eyelash curler, you know, one of each thing that I need. I don't need to mix it up while I'm on vacation. I'm not gone that long, so I really don't need two different foundations or two different blushes. I can really keep things pared down and simple when I travel. So that's my first piece of advice for a classic woman, is not to bring a whole host of makeup products. Bring a small bag that really doesn't take up too much space, something that you can put in your carry-on and it wouldn't be a big problem. And just keeping things simple, because when you're on vacation, you want to be able to go out and do things. And if you're spending way too much time doing your hair and makeup, it's not going to be as fun for you and the people around you. Doing your hair and your makeup makes sense, and you should absolutely do it if you have the time, but don't spend so much time that you actually miss out on doing fun things. So that's my first piece of advice. Now, to go with my makeup bag, I bring my mirror, my travel mirror. I talked about this in my Amazon favorites, but I really love this mirror. It's just really great. It's very compact, and as you can see, I'm traveling and I have it. So I definitely bring this with me when I travel, just so that if my husband is using the bathroom, I don't have to wait for him and he doesn't have to wait for me if I want to do my hair and makeup. So I just bring this with me and it just makes things a lot easier. The next thing a classic lady brings with her when she's traveling is a book. You always want to have something to read, just so that if you're sitting by the pool, or if you're outside, or if you're just taking a little bit of a short break, you're not always on your phone, you have something else to do. And so I brought The Wars of the Roses. My brother recommended this to me, so I'm excited to read it. And it's just something nice to have that you can read and you can relax, and it's not just TV or the internet all the time. My next recommendation is to bring a small purse. You don't need a big purse when you're traveling, and this purse is great for a few reasons. One, it's really small and compact, so you can actually bring this outside of your two carry-ons most of the time, and they won't stop you. They won't say, can you fit that in your bag, or can you put that somewhere else? You can only bring two carry-ons. I really haven't had an issue with a bag that's this small, and the nice thing about it is that when I'm traveling, it carries my tickets, my wallet, all the things I will need when I'm going through the lines, as well as just a couple of other necessities like hand sanitizer sanitizer or Lactaid if you're lactose intolerant, stuff like that. So having a small bag is just really great because you can carry it through the line, have those essentials, and you don't have to constantly be going into your backpack or your roller bag when you're going through the lines. So I really recommend taking a small purse. And then the other nice thing about having a small purse is that when you're walking around and stuff, you actually have a purse to use. Because sometimes when you're out and about, you want to have a purse and you're not gonna be able to take a really big one when you're traveling. So this is just nice, compact, and it will carry all of the things that you really need. One of the things that I recommend bringing with you on a trip is a headband. Now, I recommend this for a couple of different reasons. One is that when you're traveling, you may not get to wash your hair as much as you would like to just because you're out and about, you get tired, you end up going to sleep. And so having a headband will just really keep your hair looking fresh, even if you don't have an opportunity to wash it, or if you couldn't bring dry shampoo or something, it's great for that. Also for me, when I'm getting ready for bed and I'm washing my face and all of that, I like to keep my hair out of my face. So having a headband is just a really easy way to do that. So it's nice because you can wear it to dress up, or you can just use it for its utility at night. Now let's talk about what shoes to bring on a trip. So it really depends kind of what vacation you're going on, but because we're kind of talking about a summer trip or something like that, I'll tell you what I brought. So I bring a pair of flip-flops so that if we're going to the pool or the beach or something, I just have something simple, and they're flat and so easy to pack. Like they just go right in the bottom and they don't take up any space at all. They're not heavy. So I think having a pair of flip-flops is always a good thing. Even if you're traveling not in the summertime, if you're staying at a hotel or something with a pool, having a pair of flip-flops is just super useful, especially if they're comfortable. You can kind of use them and be a little bit more casual. Now, I think this is where the summer traveling comes into play. For summer, I recommend bringing a pair of sandals just because sandals are super comfortable and easy to walk in. These are very, very comfortable. These are not out and they're like made to last, made to be comfortable. They're not that cute, but they are wonderful for just going on long walks, and they just never hurt my feet. So having a pair of comfortable sandals is great. I think these can be dressed up a little bit. Instead of heels, I didn't bring any heels or anything fancy, especially because no one's really going out right now. But if you bring a pair of sandals that's comfortable and also is a little bit dressier, then I think that really settles the question of whether you need to bring heels and sandals. You can just choose the sandals because you can dress them up. And then the last thing is a pair of comfortable walking shoes or exercise shoes. So these I brought just in case we go for really long walks, or they go with really every outfit, so I love that about these. But I'm not planning on doing any running because usually I exercise and then do walks. So for me, these are perfect. But if you're somebody who runs, bringing a pair of running shoes that you also just like the look of, so you can pair them with jeans or whatever, is a really good option. Now, depending on what you're doing, you can choose different shoes, right? So if you're not going to any water, any pools, anything like that, bringing a pair of ballet flats might make sense for you. And if they're comfortable, that's great. They go with every outfit and they're very classic. Or if you have a pair of heels that you, again, find very comfortable, maybe wedges or something, that could be something good to pack too. But the thing I like about these three pairs of shoes is that they're very packable and they're also easy to wear with a bunch of different outfits. So I think that is really the primary goal, is easy to pack and also you can wear with a bunch of different things. So for all of you cold girls out there, my next recommendation is a sweatshirt. I love packing sweatshirts when I travel. I think it's really important because sometimes at night or even the airplane itself is just cold. So I like to have something to keep me warm that's comfy. And this is really cute to wear at night before you go to sleep. If you're hanging out with people, a sweatshirt is really necessary. So I really recommend bringing a sweatshirt. Packing a sweatshirt can be hard because it's bulky. So what I do is I just either tie it around my shoulders or tie it around my waist when we're traveling, or I can just wear it on the plane if it's a cold day. I think it's just really nice to have something soft and comfortable and warm when you're traveling so that you're not uncomfortably cold. Next up are swimsuits. So make sure you pack a swimsuit if you're traveling and you're gonna be swimming, of course. So you can bring one or two and then you can kind of exchange between them as they dry out, or you can pack more. I think that trying to keep it less is always better, although I did bring a few extra bathing suits because I had the room and I had the space. This is one of my favorites. It's from Amazon. I like it because it covers my shoulders and I won't get a sunburn, which I really appreciate, and it's more on the modest side. So having a bathing suit with you when you're traveling, just in case you end up going in the pool or to the beach, is really important. Of course, we all need to bring pajamas when we travel. So my tip about pajamas is that you really don't need to bring a ton of pajamas. You don't need to bring one for every single night because the average person isn't really getting them dirty. Now, if you sweat a lot or something, then maybe that's a different scenario for you. But for someone who is just going to sleep, waking up and only wearing it for that amount of time, doesn't really sweat a lot, I don't bring that many pairs of pajamas. So if I'm traveling for a week, I might bring 3 pairs of pajamas and then alternate. I love bringing pajamas that are sets. These are so cute. My friend just got these for me because I'm going to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. This was her bridesmaid's gift. And something like this is great because you don't have to think about it. It's worn as a set and you don't have to try and match things or wear something uncomfortable. Plus, these are very packable. So just bringing a few pairs of pajamas that are easy to pack and you can kind of switch in and out is a really good way to save room when you're traveling. Next up is pants. So if you're gonna be traveling, you're gonna wanna bring maybe 1 or 2 pairs of pants. You don't need to bring a ton of pairs of pants because again, jeans don't really get dirty. You can wear a ton of different tops with jeans and it'll look like an entirely different outfit each time. So you're saving a bunch of room in your suitcase, plus you're not making that much laundry for yourself. So bringing just a couple pairs of bottoms and then a bunch of different tops, like this one that I have here, just something that's like easy, can be worn with any pair of pants. Something like that is great because you're saving room in your suitcase. You don't have to think that much about your outfits because it's just jeans and a top. So you can bring 2 pairs of jeans and 6 tops and you have 6 different outfits. It just keeps things simple. So I'm a really big proponent of doing that. And last but not least is dresses. I love traveling with dresses because it's so easy. You don't have to think about it. It's one piece and you have an outfit. So I bring a bunch of different dresses when I travel. I like to bring a casual dress. I like to bring a dressier dress. I like to bring stuff that's in between that I can dress up or dress down. This one is one of my more casual dresses. I've worn this on my Instagram quite a bit. And then this is one of my dressier dresses, which I've also worn on my Instagram. So packing a bunch of dresses is just super easy and you don't even have to think about it. Plus you can rewear dresses. If you're not super concerned about repeating outfits, I don't really care if I repeat outfits while I'm on vacation, then packing 3 dresses, you can wear those twice each because most of the time you're not getting a dress really, really sweaty. But of course, all of this is dependent on what kind of vacation you're going on. If you're gonna be doing a lot of activities, then you're not necessarily gonna want that many dresses. But if you're going to kind of a more social weekend, then you might be more comfortable packing dresses. So just reading the situation and trying not to overpack, trying not to pack so much that your suitcase is 60 pounds and then you have to pay an extra amount. It's just not worth it. Bringing just what you need is always going to make it easier on you, and it's also just going to make you better at paring down what it is that makes you classic. Let me know in the comments what you guys pack when you travel. If you have any recommendations, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe to my channel and blog if you haven't already. Head over to my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook and follow me there. Please click that notification bell to get notified of all my new videos. Hit that like button. Please head over to classicallyabby.locals.com if you'd like to support my channel, see more of this content, and be part of our community. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!